Hi Aquarius, welcome to your reading. So today we are going to be divining with the Yogi tea quotes and the amethyst crystal, and then I also have an oracle deck, the healing mantras, and we're going to be working with the villain tarot. Yes, yes, yes. It's the Disney villains, so it's a really fun tarot deck. We're going to do 3 piles, okay? Pick 1, 2, or 3. 1 and 2 might resonate, 1 and 3 might resonate, 2 and 3 might resonate. Also, all 3 might resonate. It just depends on what you've been seeing. Like for instance, if you've been seeing 11, or if you've been seeing 111 or lots of ones, then definitely number 1 is going to be your pile. If you have been seeing 23, like you just keep seeing 23, 2 and 3 are going to resonate with you in some way, shape, or form. Now remember, when we're doing the pick a cards, the 3 piles, usually what happens is it is a progression of what your journey is right now. Okay, so if 2 or 3 don't resonate with you right now, it just means that you're currently in the cycle of number 1. Okay, or if only 3 resonates with you, then piles 1 and 2 will provide you with confirmation on where it is that you've gone through and the understanding that you were meant to learn from whatever it was you've just experienced. Okay, yes. So when I was hearing this, I was getting a little antenna-y. Okay, it was, what do you need to hear? But then I also was hearing, like, what do you need to know? Okay, so I feel like we're going to ask the tea quotes what it is that you need to hear. All right, and then we'll divine from the amethyst what it is that you need to know, and then follow up with the cards. All right, so with that said, go ahead and pick your pile, number 1, 2, or 3. We love numerology, so we're just using the numbers here. Go into your heart space, and what number do you see, feel, or hear, or know? Okay. All right, let's get started. Boom. So for pile number 1, Spirit, for pile number 1, what is it that they need to hear this time? I feel like I want to do this. Yeah, I was feeling like I needed to do a little bit of this because there's something going on. It's almost like I have to go down to the bottom of the quotes to get your quote. So it got me, I'm hearing big lottos, or lotto I should say, sunshine, and she uses this line a lot, but I am remembering it from this song, and it is, you got it out the mud, did it on your own. So I imagine that you've had to do a lot of things on your own, and what you need to hear is going to be something supportive to help encourage you to move forward, right? Yeah, trust creates peace. Can you see that? Maybe not. Trust creates peace. Hold on. I feel like I need to come over here to the camera real quick. My bad. I apologize. I just felt like it wasn't zooming in, so I just wanted to make sure it was clear. Yeah, trust creates peace. And so this is definitely talking about you wanting to have more peace in your life, and you wondering why you don't have it. It's because you're not trusting. So your mind is trapped in, the worrying, the what's, the whys. It's trapped in the ego. It's trapped in the doing. And so Spirit says, just trust, practice trust, setting the intention. I intend to fully trust myself today, going into prayer mudra. All right. Releasing anxiety creates peace. Okay, so there's different ways that you can release anxiety. One is journaling. Okay, journal about how you're feeling and why. It's just a way of release. It's a way to get it out on paper. It also is a way for you to see things from a higher perspective. A lot of times when you're feeling something, once you get it down on paper, it loses its power over you. Okay, so that's one thing. And then also another way to release anxiety is by exercise. Okay, so you can exercise to music, which is a double dose, right? Because you're moving your body, so you get that to move out the stuck, stagnant energy, to move the trauma out of your body, trauma release. Okay, you might want to look up TRE method. It's trauma release method. It shows you different exercises and how you can move trauma out of the body and release it. Okay, Also, releasing trauma from the body, not only is it just regular exercise, but stretching helps you to release trauma from the body. Also, breath work, okay? So different kinds of breath work helps you to release trauma from the body. To release your ego eradicator helps you to release your fears and limiting beliefs, okay? That's a Kundalini Yoga ego eradicator. The other ways to release anxiety from the body is by just saying, I release anxiety. I intend to release anxiety. And then following the intuitive hits that do that. Maybe the intuitive hit will be to drink chamomile tea. Okay. Maybe the intuitive hit will be to draw. Maybe the intuitive hit will be take a walk. Maybe the intuitive hit will be do, 25 jumping jacks, or stretch and breathe in 25 times and then let go. All right. It's just going to be, it might be different every time you set that intention, what it is that your heart is going to lead you to do. And it also may be different for every person, right? So this practice of trust, of releasing anxiety, also is you listening, okay? Yeah, irosamata. For some of you guys, baking or doing things repetitively is going to be also a way for you to release anxiety. So like, we like to bead, and we just bead, and because it just, it's repetitive and it helps to release the mind. So a part of releasing anxiety is also releasing the mind, so that your heart can like free up, and all of that energy, that worry, can just like float on up out through your crown chakra. So also doing crown releasing yoga exercises, yogic breath, and listening to crown releasing or balancing music is going to help as well. Let's see what the healing mantra wants to come in for my number ones, please. Uncovering confidence. Ooh, I love it. So you can also draw. This is a sigil, all right, that you can draw this to help you tap into uncovering confidence. You can actually stare at it, screenshot it as well, and then just wait and receive what it activates within you. What do you hear? What do you feel? What do you see? What do you taste? What do you know? That kind of thing. I am the missing piece that completes the puzzle of the universe. I am the missing piece that completes the puzzle of the universe. So if you were to work with me, or we were to do a reading, and you were to help overcome this, right? And you were to really trust and allow yourself to cultivate peace by trusting and releasing the anxiety so that you can trust more, right? One of the things that we would suggest to you is to do the 369 method, all right? It's a way of manifesting using, you can use a word or you can use an affirmation, and we would say to use this affirmation here, and you would write it down 3 times during the day, then 6 times in the afternoon, and then 9 times at night, okay? And we would say do this for 7 days. This would be your devotion practice, this one thing that you do just for yourself every single day, that you do not waver in, that you commit to, all right? So because you're going to be writing it down, it's also a way of release. Because you're going to be using affirmation is a way to release stuck energy and to reprogram that subconscious mind. And then also because you're going to be doing the repetitive work, it's also going to be a way to help release your mind and to help bring calmness and peace into you throughout the day. Okay, and also when you have a plan, it reduces anxiety. All right, so remember that when you have a plan, when you know what you are going to do for that day, it helps you release anxiety. So that also means in the morning time, hand on heart, hand on belly, I feel my spirit. Breathe in 10 breaths until you really feel your spirit, and then listen and hear what's on the menu for today. What should I be doing today? What should I be listening or practicing today? And you might get the word mindfulness. So you know that it's going to be a very slow-paced day where you're going to be very conscious in everything that you do, and perhaps counting a lot, these kinds of things. So let's get to the tarot on this. It's not, and Spirit said, it's not practice makes perfect. It's practice creates peace. Okay? Yeah. Powerful. For number 1, please. I am the missing piece that completes the puzzle. I am the missing piece that completes the puzzle. So Spirit wants you to know you are the answer. You are the solution. So it's time that you vibrate at that level. Okay? Powerful. So what we have out is the Six of Swords. We have the Eight of Wands. The Queen of Swords and the Nine of Wands. So what I'm feeling is that just from the cards itself, you're moving away. You're moving fastly away from things that limit you. Okay, you're moving away from those beliefs. You're seeing the possibilities, right? And with the Queen of Swords, you're using your affirmations. You're writing. You're really writing a lot, I feel, actually. I think writing is going to be a very beautiful way for you to usher in this fast energy, but you're creating this very clear discernment for yourself. And what's happening is, as you are walking away from these beliefs and things are happening pretty fast for you, and you're seeing the power of your word, the power of your writing, that anxiety may come up for you. All right. And this is meant to, because it's trapped, right? So it's coming up because you have to release it. It's time for you to stop carrying it with you, stop pushing it down, open the door and invite it to go outside and to never return. Okay. So this is also what trust does. Like when you trust something, it's not like, oh, I trust you today, but I don't trust you tomorrow. No, when you cultivate trust, this is, I trust you every day, every day. I trust myself every day. I trust myself every day. I trust myself even more today than I did yesterday. I trust Spirit even more than I did yesterday. I trust Spirit even more today than I did yesterday. Okay, so you can put whatever you want. If you want to put God, Goddess, Universe, whatever, Mother Earth, whatever you want to put in there, but cultivate that accumulation of faith and trust and strengthen it. So this is also why your confidence, uncovering confidence, because that faith, that trust, that strength comes from your solar plexus as well. So I do feel, number one, you're getting a crown and a solar plexus upgrade throughout this process that's happening to you right now. And Spirit says, stay the course. Okay. Do not be discouraged or dismayed. Stay the course and know that you have the power to overcome anything. All right, anything. It's almost like what I'm feeling is she's stuck in the mirror, right? And the wands are like, it's almost like a spell that keeps her stuck in the mirror. And all she is doing is like, she's about to put her crown on, but there's something that's keeping her from, one, getting out of the mirror, and then two, putting on the crown and walking away from that, so it's this energy that finally this cycle that has been keeping you stuck is about to end. All right, especially because it's a 9, and 9 also represents completion. So you're coming to that completion where you're figuring out the things that kept you stuck in the mirror, the things that kept you from standing in your power and your strength, and you are moving forward. Okay, if I can get one more card, Spirit, for the outcome of this, please. Thank you. Standing in your power, oh wow, there's, ooh, okay, there's actually more. Okay. 11, Justice. All right, so this is creating your whole entire life is balancing out. Okay, it's balancing out, and you're learning this Two of Wands energy. You're learning your worth. You're also seeing how you are giving your worth away and not valuing yourself. Okay, and with this Knight of Wands coming in, is that you're taking fast action on things to, I was about to say intuition, but it's like fast action on the things your intuition are saying to transmute energy, right? To use your creativity to transmute energy. So creativity, making bracelets, baking, you know, saying, you know what, I'm going to make everybody in my family cookies today, you know, and then doing that, or saying, you know, I'm going to make a bunch of cupcakes for, you know, the summer program, whatever, or doing something else, you know, like cleaning, something repetitive where you can just like let your mind go, let your heart just give a moment to relax so that you can ground your energy and release out. So any of the stuff that we suggested are always to ground your energy as well. Okay, when you are grounded, anxiety does not live there because it's being released. You're calm, you're relaxed, you're not holding on to fear, you're not holding on to control, which creates anxiety, right? So you're really working on the solar plexus. So also now what's coming in is doing crown releasing and solar plexus releasing exercises, crown strengthening exercises, solar plexus strengthening exercises. And making sure that you're eating to heal, okay? So you're not eating to destroy, you're eating to heal, you're eating with kindness and compassion, and you're eating consciously, okay? You're knowing why you're putting something in your mouth, and you're also knowing, not only knowing why you're putting it in your mouth, but you're knowing what the benefits of whatever it is that you're eating or drinking are, okay? That's another way for you to consciously allow yourself to cultivate trust, okay? So that way you know that you are creating peace within, because you're not eating anything that will cause your body to get in a place of dis-ease or unease or imbalance or disharmony. All right, yeah, 1616 on there. So expect the unexpected and welcome it. All right, there we go. That is for my number ones. We're going to move on to number two. Boom. All right, for my number twos, I heard in the middle. All right, so there's something you're in the middle with. What do you need to hear? What do my number twos need to hear, Spirit? They're in the middle. When the dawn of simplicity comes in life, complications leave. Yes, so how can you, let me see, can you get that? How can you simplify your life? Okay, how can you simplify your life? Spirit just told me start with your closet. Okay, start with your closet, Spirit says. There's something with your animals that, I don't know, if there's something with your animals that is complicating things. And Spirit says, how can you simplify this? Maybe it's your morning routine. Okay, also. Spirit says, go on a journey with me. For one day, just say the word simple over and over again. Simple, simple. And it might lead you to other things like ease, simple. Already, just saying the word simple brings ease into my spirit. So it might do the same thing for you. But Spirit says, just give me one day, and just say it. But say it with, it's simple. It's simple. So I feel like you may have a habit of overcomplicating decisions, and then you get stuck and you don't decide because you're overcomplicating the decision. You might do this in relationships as well, and that comes from insecurity and it comes from misunderstanding, right? But the misunderstanding is only coming from your attachment to the outcome, the attachment to the results, the attachment to the expectations of how something should work, or how a blessing or a miracle should be fulfilled. All right, so yeah, which is entangling you up and causing things to be delayed because you're attached, right? So working with amethyst will help you remove attachments in your crown and your third eye. And you don't necessarily have to have the crystal. You can just call on the violet flame to remove those attachments, okay? Invoke the violet flame to remove all attachments, illusions, and delusions from your crown and your third eye. Remove anything that's not in line with unconditional love. And Spirit is particularly right now is just focused on those two chakras, but you quite possibly need to remove attachments in your sacral, all right? Yeah. Emotional attachments to the past. Surrender and control. Simple. Simple. I feel like singing, and I'm seeing a unicorn. It's actually like a unicorn Pegasus. So there's this energy of inviting magic into your life through the art of singing. Okay. I remember it was a few years ago. I was like, I just want to sing everything. I want to, you know, how in the musical, how they're just singing. Oh, this is the elf. I'm singing. I'm here and I'm singing and I love singing, right? It's like that. So it's like inviting that childlike mindset back into your life again by just like singing everything. I'm going to wash the dishes. I'm going to wash the dishes. I'm going to wash the dishes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, just making it really fun. That's also going to help you to release control, because quite possibly you've had some childhood trauma, okay, which caused you to want to control everything and everybody. Maybe it's because you were controlled, right? And so you feel a way of safety, a safety mechanism for you is to control everything in your life, right? And which actually, it actually ends up being the opposite. You just cause yourself to have a lot of anxiety and you don't trust, and then you create complications because you're trying to control and you're trying to go against the wave rather than go with it. You know, who's going to fight the tornado? Who's going to do it? Are you going to do it? That's what you've been doing in your life. Spirit says stop. And you can. I see rainbows. I see rainbows. All right, so there is a rainbow, all right? After the rain comes the rainbow, it comes the sun. Okay, so there's a new beginning definitely coming to you, and it comes through this idea of my life is simple. My choices are simple. Things are simple. And for some of you guys, that might be a bit of a stretch, but Spirit says, give me one day and let's just see how your power, how your magic changes your reality in just one day. Okay, Spirit said just give me one day. So try it. It's an invitation. Let's see what mantra Spirit has for you, what it is you need to know. Oh, very nice. Transforming tragedy. Yeah, so there's a confirmation of that. You definitely might want to watch number 1 if you didn't. Loss is my reminder that more room has been made for greater gifts to be received. Yeah. So a lot of times we go through, and I just saw 2221. So your positive thoughts and affirmations of your spoken word will bring new beginnings to you and also help you to transmute. Okay. Loss is my reminder that more room has been made for greater gifts to be received. I almost feel like this is you can draw this. All right, this sigil here is an art therapy exercise, and stare at it. All right, for activation and release, but also you can see it a little bit better here. But also I feel like this is a journal prompt for you guys. And it's this energy of helping you to release resentment over losing something, or release the sadness, the grief over losing something, and feeling like, one, it has not been replaced. Okay, so you holding on to anger against spirit, against yourself, possibly blame against yourself for spirit or people involved, you know, the government, whatever, the ex, you know, whatever, the children, the person who passed away, you know, the parent. And it's time to help to release that, so that you can see that maybe the energy didn't return to you in the way that you thought it was supposed to return to you, but it has returned to you. So it's almost this energy of, all right, this is what I've lost, but what have I gained? You know, what have the blessings come into me? What are the miracles that have come into me? And you might not even see a correlation to be like, okay, this is what I lost and this is what replaced it. This is what I lost, this replaced it. Spirit says when you start thinking like that, that's the ego trying to keep tabs, trying to compare, trying to judge. And that's when you know that you now have just lowered your vibration, because you're trying to like compare like the gifts. You know, the fact that you're even watching this video or that you're breathing is a gift. What are you going to compare that to? You know what I'm saying? So Spirit is like, you have to recognize in the way in which your fears are controlling you so that you can come out of the pendulum of fear, all right? The cycle of fear, the cycle of you acting based on fear. And Spirit says, loss is my reminder that more room has been made for greater gifts to be received, you know? And so doing a little journal prompt and writing what comes to mind, and you writing, okay, what have I lost? What have I gained? You know, even what are the blessings that came into me yesterday? What are the miracles that came into me yesterday? And you're also going to see, what do you see as a miracle? What do you see as a blessing? Do you see every step that you take as a blessing, or is it surrounded around finances? You know, if you didn't, you know, receive a big fat check yesterday, are you defeated? Are things not working out for you? Do you want to leave this life? Like, this is time for you to take accountability for you seeing what beliefs serve you and what beliefs don't serve you, where your values are aligned to your heart and where they're aligned to fear. All right, and you start to sift that out and saying, you know what, no, I may not have received a big payment yesterday, but I know I received a big payment, you know, 2 years ago, and what God has done for me before, God can do for me again and more. All right, and so you take that and you put it back into the hands of faith and trust, and knowing that whatever you might need right now, especially if it's financially, is going to come to you. But you have to release the how, the when, the who. Spirit says, when you least expect it, that's when they shall reap. Okay? Yeah. So this is also this energy, because I feel my energy being a little bit more. So you might you might say it like it is. You might be one of those people who are like super blunt, and you've learned to like kind of not really care about how people take it. You just got to say what you got to say, kind of thing. And Spirit says, sometimes the one who gives it cannot take it. So he says, watch what you dish out, because everything that you just dish out is a boomerang. It comes back to you. All right. And if you have made a vow, a devotion to Spirit, to your soul, to love, it comes back even harder, because Spirit says you can learn today. Okay. Is that kind of energy, because you gotta walk your talk. You got to walk your talk. That's what ultimately a lot of this is as well. And then the other thing is that's coming through is that there is people, there are other people that you may be witnessing that are getting karma, that have hurt you before. So Spirit says there's no need for you to hold on to revenge or anger or frustration or resentment or envy or feeling unworthy or insignificant in any situation or anything between you and another, because not only have I handled it, but I am handling it, right? Justice is here. Yeah. So he says, no need to worry, right? Irota mala. Yeah. For some of you guys, you might actually be seeing people get karma right now. And it's not for you to be, it's not for you to judge and for you to compare. It's for Spirit to let you know that I promise you, it's going to be okay. All right, so you can open your heart again. It's safe for you to love again. It's safe for you to release your ego, to release the fear. It's safe for you to celebrate this room that I've made for you. Sometimes blessings come in disguise, right? Let's see what the cards say. Spirit, what else do you want to say about what it is that they need to know? My number 2 is... It came up in reverse. If you guys know my readings, I don't do reversals because I read the cards. I read the energy however it comes through. And more than likely it's going to come through a little bit of both ways, because we're meant to see both sides, right? That's what brings us this understanding, is when we ultimately surrender to be able to see both sides of the coin and accept what we receive, right? So... King of Wands and 5 of Coins coming out. So what I feel what's coming on here is that there's something going on again there's a poverty wound or scarcity wound, or abandonment wound, rejection wound, something that's lowering your vibration, that's kind of blocking your attraction, right? And I almost feel like this energy was past energy, because they see me, like I see it like going around. They're showing me a clock, Spirit is showing me a clock, and on the clock I'm seeing it's like it's 9:12, so it's 9 o'clock, right? And Spirit is showing me this energy is like in the past, and what's happening is the clock is turning, right? It's turning and it's going, and we're at 9. Yara sama. Okay, 9 o'clock. So now we're at 9:15, and the time is going. So Wheel of Fortune, it has come in and saying it's time for you to reap, right? So the things that have blocked your creativity before, this sadness, depression, rejection, this fear, this poverty, whatever it was, is being released. So you're actually in a time right now of releasing this, so that way you can claim and be this master of attractor of that which you are. Okay, yeah, you don't think nada. But yeah, you're learning, and that's why Spirit was saying just say the word simple 24 hours, because you're a very powerful creator, and you'll be able to see and to witness how just saying one word all day long, how that changes your mind, your body, your reality, and that is going to give you confidence to do more, to go further. Okay, because you really are a very powerful manifester, and you can manifest anything your heart desires, because I also feel you might have a lot of emotion. You might have Leo in your chart, or Sagittarius, or something like this, very strongly Aries. But I almost feel like it's Leo, is this passion that you have that's super strong. And when you put that passion behind your spoken word or behind your written word, you manifest like magic. All right, Ariana Grande, just like magic is playing in my mind. When I say playing in my mind, Spirit is showing me the video. Thank you. 8 of Wands, yeah, it's going to be fast. So you're almost this energy. I feel like doing this little exercise, because it's also a gratitude exercise, this journal thing. And remember, gratitude increases. So when you do this, it's going, and doing the little, saying the word simple, it's going to allow you to quickly remove this block. So that way you can move forward, right? And you can see your power. And this is a thing, like, you have to believe before you see. And so Spirit is teaching you how to trust and to have faith, but he's also teaching you how to wield your wand, okay? So that way this power comes into you quickly. So you're learning like 2 things at one time, maybe more than that, but these are the 2 that Spirit is mentioning. Yeah, and then there goes your 3 of Wands, you seeing the possibility, right? You seeing the possibility. All of a sudden, when you believe in your magic, you believe in the magic of you believe in God, and you trust that the promises that were made to you are assured. Okay, unlimited redemption. No matter what you've done in this lifetime, if you've asked for forgiveness, you have been forgiven. If you have sent forgiveness, you have been forgiven. Okay, and so Spirit says all of a sudden your perspective changes, and you start seeing you see something that you thought wasn't a blessing as a blessing. You start seeing things that have happened to you as blessings in disguise, as miracles of manifestation, right? Very powerful. And then you start even, I almost feel like you're going to increase the amount of, like, thank you. I now I see I'm blessed. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And you're going to really open up, and you're going to see whatever has just happened for you, how that's opened a door for you on this new life that is possible for you. Because you're shifting, right? We're all shifting right now. Remember, we were in 8 months of 8 months of transformation, and this is month 7. All right. So a lot of this has to do with alignment and moving forward, aligning to your heart's desires and moving forward, and then releasing anything that would halt that would stop that would dim that would delay that, okay? That would remove that, Yeah, Spirit's coming in very strongly. All right, actually, he says that's it. I did want to see what's on the bottom, and it's the World card, all right? So super completion on that, guys. very powerful energy. You might be traveling or be moving physically, all right, but a lot of this also too is a mental shift, all right, because there's this emotion that clears the way, and then your mental shift, it makes that shift from poverty into prosperity, which is powerful. It makes a shift from victim into thriver. So you just remove survivor, victim, thriver. Like, that's the level up that's about to come in. All right. He says follow the breadcrumbs. Okay. It's just, I don't know why he said follow the breadcrumbs, and I heard follow the yellow brick road, and then I heard go down the rabbit hole, and they're showing me Alice in Wonderland. The Cheshire Cat is coming out as well. And so the last thing I'm going to say, because I'm seeing that cat come out, is don't allow your fears to trick you. Okay. Do whatever you need to do to get back into your heart space, and then go ahead and make decisions and things like that, right? If you're feeling like something is taking your mind and you keep thinking about it over and over again, that's fear, that's the ego. It's time to let it go, give it over to God, and then move away from that. Change your mind to something else, to something more happier, something that is lighthearted, something that is simple. Okay? All right. Thank you, guys. That is number 2. We're going to get into number 3. Boom. On the top. Oh, I want to make sure you guys can see me pick it. Ito-sama, that's alright. I want to make sure you can see me pick it. But he said on the top. So, live consciously. Oh, this has been such a big theme in these readings. Oh my goodness, in the past too is such a big theme. Live consciously. That's what you need to hear. Live consciously. So it's like everything that happens to you, you're aware of it. You're fully aware of it, because you've made the decision you've invited it into your life. And if you're unaware of how you invite it into your life, you still take accountability that you've invited it into your life, because you know somewhere along your path you opened to it, you said yes to it, whether it was subconsciously or consciously, right? But now you are taking back your power and saying, I live consciously, so I will not allow life to happen to me. I will be a conscious co-creator of my life. Okay, so this is also to you believing that you have the power to create change. Remember that spirit can make anything change in the twinkling of an eye. All you have to do is believe. When you release the doubt, manifestations just flow in. And when you can't release the doubt, it is, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of happening? What scenario are you playing in your mind that is not real? You know, are you looking at every possibility, and that's why, and you're getting entrapped into that? All right, entrapped into the plan that is coming from the mind and not coming from the heart. The heart is going to tell you one action. Take that one action. The ego is going to be like, all right, boom. And then you're going to have like 5 million different ways to do one thing, and you're going to be so confused. All right. And it's like, oh, we could do it like this, or we could do it like, no. Come back into your heart space. I live consciously. What is the action I should take right now? Maybe it is to do your 17 breaths and just to calm. Maybe the action is to make something to eat. Maybe the action is to drink an extra, bottle or glass of water. Maybe the action is to call the auntie. Maybe the action is to go visit the grave. Maybe the action is to take the day off, go on a hike, go see a waterfall. Maybe the action today is, to watch a documentary on Van Gogh. You know what I'm saying? So it's like living consciously, but also living simply. So definitely watch number 2 if you haven't. What else do they need to know? Spirit. Living consciously. There's this energy of learning about the Tao and learning about Buddhism and Buddha. Living consciously is also living compassionately. Okay? Because it allows you to put that compassion into all that you do, which like erases worry, anxiety, fear. Okay? It's that energy of being kind to yourself. Therefore, kindness is coming into you as well. And it frees up the mind so that you can really hear the heart, and you're not afraid of the step because you're fully in that conscious space of trusting. You're connected. Okay? Spirit says, go to the cards. I almost feel like for you guys, this is like confirmation of like where you are. Oop. Okay. It is, I feel, because that just like blew off the table. Like, that's where you are. Okay. Ishtamatala. Okay. 2 of Cups, 7 of Swords, Page of Wands, 3 of Coins, and 8 of Coins. Yeah. So definitely, okay, the shoe is standing out. Cinderella's shoe is standing out really, really strongly right here. And so I feel like if you felt like somebody stole your dream or your love or a project or something like that, Spirit is saying, get ready, because you're about to go on a new adventure. And this new adventure is something that you've written about. Like if any of you guys have did automatic writing where you write out something as if it's already happened, I feel like one of the things that you've written out is about to be handed to you. All right, you're about to go on this wild adventure. And it's also something that you've been co-creating with your with God, with your guides, with your higher self, with your inner child. I really do feel you've been co-creating with your guides, your inner child, and your higher self is what I really feel. Okay? And you've been mastering this. So whatever this journey is, it's the mastering of co-creating with those 3 energies. Like you've definitely mastered it, and you're about to level up into an even greater mastery where you were really about to start creating more joy in your life, like more joyful experiences. It's almost as if you found something and you're like, oh my, this works so good for me, and you're going to keep doing it. I do definitely feel it's some kind of manifestation skill, and it might be, the writing. It might be the Dear Universe, and then writing down what you want, or Dear Full Moon, or Dear New Moon, and then writing things. Thank you so much. I feel so happy and grateful now that da 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 da. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Or it could just be like I feel so happy and grateful now that, and then writing whatever it is, and then just thank you, thank you, thank you. Are you writing out that trip? Are you writing out, oh my goodness, we just signed the papers to our new home. I feel so happy. Thank you so much. Or, universe, thank you. I received the check in the mail. I deposited, easy peasy, and we are booking that vacation as I speak. Like whatever that is for you. Those are the kind of things that came in, but it could be whatever that is. And I do feel like, it does feel like you did this in the past, okay? And it might have been, what's coming through is that something you wanted really bad, but it wasn't aligned to your heart. Okay. So it was aligned to you when you were at a different frequency, a different mindset, okay? A different belief system. It aligned to you. But you've done so much work, okay, and this is like possibly years of work, that you are no longer at that frequency, that vibration. So what you really wanted back then, it doesn't align with you anymore, and so it didn't come to you. All right, and you had to heal from that, and understanding that, baby boy, baby girl, it doesn't align to you anymore. All right, you've leveled up. And so Spirit has been showing you time and time again how much you've leveled up, so you can come into this energy of acceptance, to release the resentment, the anger around not receiving that wish fulfillment. And Spirit says, remind them that Spirit's rejection is his protection. All right, so how does it go? God's rejection is God's protection. That's exactly what happened. All right, and so as you're letting this go, you're coming into this new beginning, and you're still doing this beautiful work with your guides, and you're healing from all of this, and this brings you into this brand new adventure where you feel so it's this energy of just feeling like you've really mastered manifestation, like you've really mastered working and listening to your heart, working with your inner child, to keep psychic shields down so that you can actually receive. You've been working with your guides, and receiving that intuitive guidance and learning and following and building trust and building confidence, building faith, increased happiness. Like, you've been really manifesting and mastering this this come up, this level up, is what Spirit is saying. Yeah, powerful. And then we're going to get a healing mantra. I know Spirit went to do the cards first. Yeah, look at that. Right over here. Irote Shimitala. I just heard, like, what was in the past will not hold you back. Okay, so in the past you may have been, but you're in completion, right? So, because this is the Nine of Wands, in the past you may have been like stuck with looking at how other people saw you, what other people think, and that's a big thing of what you're releasing. Maybe people saw you give a lot of time to something and then it didn't come to fruition, and you had to heal from feeling humiliated or any kind of guilt or shame around it, or even caring about what people think when you decide to switch directions. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've really had to let that go, and Spirit says you have. Okay, yeah. He needs you to see that, though. Like, it's this time of illumination and realization. Yeah, look at that. True love that you don't see. I love it. So you've been working really hard to release attachments to the past of wishes that weren't fulfilled. Okay, possibly relationships, partnerships, whatever it could have been, and Spirit has been helping you to shine the light on that, and to shine the light where you're still holding things, holding the fear of betrayal, manipulation, holding resentment and anger. Okay, and you've been healing that with the help of your guides. You've been facing your fears, and also there may have been a fear of working with your guides. All right, but what's happening is they're bringing in divine justice for you. So what you felt they weren't helping you with, they really are helping you behind the scenes. Okay, more than you know. I have weapons you not know of. Remember that. And then with this Queen of Pentacles coming out, I knew it was manifestation. I knew it. All right, manifesting prosperity. You really, oh, I love this. Purpose is prospering. Okay, and remembering that living consciously, like, it's this energy of claiming victory, claiming success, claiming prosperity, claiming happiness, claiming health, claiming joy, claiming your gifts, your powers, and then also saying, I am so grateful now that, that energy, writing it down or speaking it. Yes, and yes, and you really mastering that and coming into this energy of this true love, this alignment with Spirit, and nothing can break that bond. And this happens to be The Little Mermaid and Eric. And if you watch that movie, you know that nothing can break their bond. All right, so this is also that your faith in Spirit, your faith in yourself, that nothing or no one is going to have the power to break that bond. And so therefore that boosts your confidence even more. You're like, because all I have to do is believe. That's all that is required of me, is to believe, to have that strong faith and to believe, and it is so. If you ask, ye believing, ye shall receive. Okay. Let's get this healing mantra. It's so beautiful. It really is. And also, I just heard that you're going to be finding power in your purpose. There's going to be a calmness, a peace that's going to overcome you. Like, it's going to fill you up, and that's grace. Okay. And you're just going to be like, I know this is where I'm supposed to be, what I'm supposed to be doing, however that is when it comes to providing your services or your artwork or your time or your ideas or whatever that is for you. Okay. And maybe it's too, because remember, a lot of you guys also are, Well, okay, so your channels, right? And so part of your mission is to travel around the world and to seed codes, you know, to visit different parts of the world and to put that love into the earth, but also to receive the codes from those parts of the world and then go share that in other parts of the world, you know. So for some of you guys, your purpose is really just to travel, you know, and you carrying and you receiving and you grounding in is what you were meant to do, you know. So that's really powerful in itself as well, and you realizing that, you know, and then once you realizing that, really aligning to it, and then everything falling into place so that you now are living your purpose very powerfully, faithfully, you know, and happily, joyfully. Yeah. Yeah, deconstructing doubt. Only my beliefs are in the way. Yeah, all you have to do is believe. Remember that when you doubt, it delays. Okay? When you doubt, it delays. You also can draw this, and you can look at that and help you activate to this and to get more from it. All right, that's what it looks like on that side. So you could do color as well. Okay? So I feel like for you guys, like the biggest thing is like releasing doubt every day. I release doubt, I release doubt, I release self-doubt, I release doubt, you know, and just making that a part of your daily thing. As you start aligning with spirit, you come to realize that there are things that become regulars in your meditation and in your routines for keeping your light body clear, keeping your aura clear. Prayers or prayers of affirmation that you just say on a daily, you know, I forgive myself and everyone. I'm sending out forgiveness to all beings everywhere. And some of this is I release all that no longer serves me. I release all doubt. I release all fear. I release all shame. Whatever it is for you that you know that you've struggled with in the past with letting go, that would be the thing that you on a daily you say out loud, you write down, I release. Okay, so that way you're always like you're living consciously. You know that you could be susceptible to that energy, and so you were meeting it where it's at, and you're not allowing it to return because you're actively saying I release. Okay, and also the other thing is I no longer allow hurts or frustrations to affect me. All right, so this is also you releasing insecurity and not allowing even other people's insecurity to knock you off of your tower of strength, of goodwill and faith and trust. Okay, yeah. All right, that's what I have for you. Thank you so very much. I hope you enjoyed that. I should have said this after everyone, but thank you for liking the video. Thank you for watching the videos. Thank you for your comments. I appreciate knowing how it resonated for you, what hit for you, and that kind of a thing, what inspired you, what helped you. And that way, too, I'll know, like, you know, what kind of things that really help you guys so I can do more of that kind of stuff as well. Thank you so very much, and namaste.